Welcome everybody, my name is RC.
I'm Scott Kelby, and welcome to our debut episode of the Lightroom Show, produced by us here at KelbyOne.
We're really excited to bring you this show. This is going to be quick tips and techniques on the photographer's program of choice, Adobe Lightroom.
And we love Lightroom. We spend so much of our time in there, and let's spend some time in there right now. Here's RC with our first tip.
All right, this is a very easy one, right? You're printing inside of Lightroom, you poke up the print and you look at it, and it's incredibly dark. Right. It's a very common problem that people have. A lot of it has to do with the fact that the monitors that you're looking at are a lot brighter than they actually need to be when you're working, but generally you're not doing printing all the time.
Yeah, they're backlit, they're glossy, they look, and then you're going to print on something that's kind of flat.
Right, and you had a tip inside of Photoshop where you would tell people how to be able to fix that kind of problem.
Yeah, what happens was, I used to literally, when I was ready to make a print, I'd go into Photoshop, I would duplicate the layer, I would switch to screen mode to make it really bright, and then lower the screen to 20%.
So that it wasn't so bright.
It printed about 20% too dark, and I've heard people ask me again and again that same thing.
We've got that solved in a slider.
I don't have to go to Photoshop anymore.
You don't need to Photoshop anymore. So here, inside of the print module, all you have to do is go over here to this one section down at the bottom called Print Adjustment. Make sure that you have that checked. Once you have that checked, you can add brightness and contrast as you see fit. For me, I usually go between 20 and 30 when I'm working with this. Now, important to note that you will not see the change here, and it does not affect the image.
Right.
The only thing that it does is it affects the print, and it'll make the print brighter or more contrastier based on the settings that you set there.
That's what's so great about that. You're not actually messing with the file. You're just messing with the print, and the file stays as it was.
It's beautiful. It's just one slider, slide it, you're good to go.
Yay. All right. Now, also, do a test print and find out, you'll find that sweet spot. What number is the number that matches the brightness of my screen?
Exactly.
And just keep in mind, you're not messing with the original.
That's right. That's right. Now, you've got something that you're dealing with on the preset side of things, which I thought was kind of cool.
I got a white balance thing for you.
All right.
And this is really the difference between raw images and shooting with JPEG.
Okay.
Because with raw, you kind of get to choose the white balance after the fact by choosing one of the presets. You can choose daylight or cloudy or tungsten fluorescent, whatever.
Right.
With JPEG, while you can still adjust the white balance, you don't get those presets. Whatever preset was in the camera that you chose, cloudy or whatever, is already in the file. And so take a look at the JPEG image we have here on screen. So you can see this is a JPEG. And if I go to the white balance pop-up menu over here, you can see all we have, my only choice is auto.
Right.
You don't have cloudy and daylight and all. So the trick I'm going to give you is going to give you something close to what you get with a raw photo. It's not dead on, but it's pretty close. It's ish, but it will give you a one-click choice. But this actual one-click choice has a little advantage over choosing it in the raw, and you'll have to see it to understand it, but it's a little bit different because I'm going to show you how to get a preview out of it. A preview out of that, which you can't get out of the weather. It's kind of cool. Here's what you do. First, open a raw image. So I have a raw image that's completely unrelated to our bride, but open a raw image. And when you open a raw image, now go over here and look, and you see you've got the as shot, of course, and then you've got daylight, and you've got cloudy and shade and all of those that you could have chosen. Let's start with daylight. Go to daylight, and you can see that if you look over here, the temperature and tint are 5500 for the temperature and plus 10 for the tint. That's the settings it applies for a daylight white balance.
Okay.
Go to your presets panel. Go over here to presets, click on it, and just highlight white balance. Of course, leave process version turned on. We always leave process version. But say check none, so nothing's checked, and then turn on just white balance. Name your white balance preset daylight. Then go to the next one, cloudy. All right, 6500 plus 10. Go here and name this one cloudy. Go to the next one, shade. It is 7500 plus 10. It really likes the plus 10. Well, for these warmer ones.
Right.
All right. So click on it, and I'm just the last one I'm going to do. I'm not going to do all of these. And what do we choose? Shade.
Shade.
All right. So now look over here in the presets. We have 3 different presets. So first, if you come to a JPEG image, now you can say, let's apply cloudy. Now that's too yellow. Let's apply daylight. Oh, looks just right. So now you actually do have presets that you don't have. But here's where the preview comes in. When you use a preset, it shows you a preview of the preset of what it's going to look like before you click on it by looking up at the top of the navigator panel up here. So watch, as I move my cursor over it, you see it updating, and you can see the different looks before I even click on it. So I can just run down all of them, shade, cloudy, when I see the one I like, that's when I click.
All right, it's a faster way to be able to do it than just kind of sliding the sliders around.
Right. Now, what would be nice is, Adobe, if you're watching, add that functionality to a raw image, because what would be nice is as you scroll through here, if it showed you an on-screen thing.
That'd be nice. That would be nice.
We can always hope. Anyway, but this is a way, and because the properties of a RAW and JPEG are a little different, it doesn't nail the exact, but it's very, very close. So at least it gets you in the ballpark. For anyone who says, oh, I miss those presets when you're shooting in JPEG,
now you don't have to.
Now you got a way.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, I've got one more tip, and you've got a shortcut inside of Lightroom.
I do.
Here on the Lightroom Show, we'll be right back.
Create a better website at squarespace.com. Start your free trial today.
Hi everybody, we are back, and RC's got another tip for you.
Now, you're inside of the library module. You've made some changes to some pictures. You've done some edits, some exposure adjustments, some crops. How do you get back to the default, right, from inside of the library module? Easy, pretty straightforward. Highlight one of these pictures, and you'll notice that under the Save preset here, you have the option where you would go into Lightroom General Presets. You can go to Zeroed. Zeroed will take all of the slider information that you've done and get rid of all of it altogether. So now you're back.
Why wouldn't you just hit the Reset All button?
Well, the Reset All button, you'll notice that some of these things have crops, right? So when you're using the zeroed section, it'll take all of your slider adjustments and bring them back to zero, but it won't affect the crop.
It leaves the crop.
Exactly. So if you wanted to be able to get rid of the crop, then you would just click on Reset All, and it'll take care of the crop for you.
And then you really are starting from scratch.
That's right, and you can do it not just for one picture, but you can also grab multiple pictures from here, do a Reset All,
and it switches them all back.
and it brings you right back to that.
All right, great. All right, I just got a little keyboard shortcut to show you, and it's just kind of a handy one to put in the back of your mind. What I like about this keyboard shortcut is it works in any module. So I have an image open here, I'm in the slideshow module, and I realize because I just have a little thin black border on both sides that I'd like to crop it. What's nice is if you could press the letter D and go to the develop module and then get the crop tool, or you can use this keyboard shortcut. Just press the letter R and it takes you to the develop module and gives you the crop tool all in one. And what I love about it again is you can do it from any module you want. Anywhere you are, you hit R and it goes right to the crop tool and you're ready to go.
Nice, really good. Now listen, we also wanted to leave you with a quick website for you to take a look at, a photographer that's out there doing some great work. Make sure that you go to Elia Liccardi's website over at blamethemonkey.com. Blame the Monkey's got some great photography.
He is an awesome travel photographer
He is
and a really
wonderful.
nice guy.
So make sure you take a look at them at blamethemonkey.com.
All right, hey, the content from this show comes from our website, lightroomkillertips.com. We actually take your comments there and your questions, and then we turn them right into the show. So stop by there. RC and myself and Pete Collins and guests post there 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We have Lightroom learning there, and of course, you're maybe even watching this show there right now, so you can just look around while you're there. But anyway, that's where we get the inspiration and ideas for each episode of this show. Thank you guys for watching. RC, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week here on the Lightroom Show.
Take care.